Give me your best country accent right now. Give me your best
Hey
country
there.
accent.
Hi there, partner. Hey there, boy. Calm down.
Calm
Yeah.
down, yeehaw, boy. I love it, buddy. What's going on, everybody? My name is Professor Parks, and today I get the pleasure of hanging out with Jesse Figueroa. He is a C5 incomplete, you said?
Sir, C3, C5 incomplete.
And so, man, he has a crazy story back when he was younger. You know, sometimes you get into conflicts with people. Sometimes they turn out ways you don't want them to, you know? Jesse, maybe you want to explain your story there. It's a pretty wild one.
Yeah, so back in May 31st, 2016, I went to a gas station to get a beer, and I managed to get the beer. And as I was getting in my truck, you know, I was closing my door. My door slipped out of my hand, tapped dude's car next to me. And he happened to be coming out of the store. And when he seen it, he was right in front of my truck. So then he got all bent out of shape. And then he comes and he tries to pull me out of my truck. I put my weight down because dude was big. So I put my weight down. And then as soon as he let go of me and he went back a little bit, I took advantage of it and I lunged at him. And when I went to give him a right hook, homeboy popped out quicker than a blink of an eye and shot me real close range in my face. And then it went down through my neck and then out of my shoulder, my right hand shoulder. And then, yeah, man, he left me for dead. He hauled ass and yeah. And then after that, you know, I was blessed that the guy that worked there, you know, he seen the shit. So he immediately ran into the fucking store and called 911. And then that's another thing that I was lucky to, or blessed, not even fucking luck, I was blessed. You know, that across the street I had the fire department.
Wow.
So hauled ass across the street. They had to crike me on scene. And then from taking me from the scene to the hospital was all 18 minutes. I died a lot of times, I'll tell you that much, in the trauma room. But they had me stable, and then I was in the ICU. And yeah, man. And that's when the fucking journey started going down.
Yeah. Man, so when you talk about a close range shot, you talk about you get shot in the face, bro. You got a good looking face, bro. Like, you didn't get fucked up by any means, man. So, like, where did he hit you? In the neck? And where did he get you? No, right in the cheek. So it came down.
Jawbone.
Jawbone.
And I didn't even lose no teeth.
Wow.
I got 2 titanium plates on each side of the left face.
Yep.
I got my neck fusion, obviously, from C3 to C7. What else I got? I broke my pelvis at therapy, so I got a fucking rod going from my pelvis, one side of my pelvis to the other side. Pretty fucking bionic.
Pretty fucking bionic, man. That's wild, dude. That's wild. So honestly, it's been a while, been 5 years. Like I've been talked about in past podcasts. It takes a little bit, maybe say about 2 and a bit years to kind of grasp it, and you get to be able to laugh. Just being paralyzed.
Like kind of get settled.
Get yourself settled. Let the crying slow down a little bit. Tell me about your those beginning years. Like, you know, how long were you in hospital for?
Oh, okay. So the time I was in the hospital, from the moment I entered to exiting, I was damn near almost a year in the hospital. I had to do a lot of inpatient rehab. I had to do 3 swallow steady tests. I had to learn how to breathe again on my own because they didn't want me to be dependent on a trach. And I thank God that they did that because, bro, I didn't want to do it.
No.
I was bricks, dude. She shut off my wheelchair, the respiratory tech. She shut off my wheelchair, popped it out. And look.
Yeah. No scar, no nothing.
No indentation.
No.
All you see is a little crike shit. I don't know if you can see it underneath.
Nah, man, you got your beard rolling. You're good to go.
Yeah, the beard's too fucking big.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Thank God that they actually did that because now I'm breathing on my own. And it's a blessing to be breathing on you and not be dependent on that fucking trach, bro. Because I don't know if these people don't know what the fuck it's all about, but dude, that suction shit, and then feeling that you're gonna die because of all the phlegm in your lungs, and you can't. And then you see your stats go from 98 to some really low some really low shit, that's some scary shit.
You gotta take out the secretion. They gotta go in there and make sure you're okay, or you can honestly suffocate yourself and die when it comes to that shit. That's
Yeah,
actually mental. So you were in there for a year.
yeah,
Were you married at the time that you were in the hospital, or when this
yeah,
all happened? Okay. So
yeah.
she sort of just said, "Fuck this, I can't deal with it," or how did that end up rolling down?
No, we were already on the verge of divorce anyway,
Right,
so
right.
it was like a no-brainer. So, but we did everything really grown in a grown-up manner. And yeah, man, she wanted to give me alimony, but I was like, nah, bro, we don't
Wow.
do that. So just do you, and just keep on going with your life, and I'm gonna go on with mine.
Ways in the most adult way possible. That's kind of cool, man.
Respectfully, and a lot of people should do it that way.
Absolutely, absolutely. No
Take that,
toxicity needed.
take that to the books.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's your living situation like now? Currently you're in the hospital because you have a UTI. That's,
Yeah,
that happens every now and then. The blood pressure goes up and down, whatever, right? So,
that's usual. That's a usual thing that we go through because we have a foreign object in our fucking bladder. So we're pretty much colonized after a certain amount of time and years of being a quad or even a para. So you're already colonized. So it's a matter of can happen instantly. Bacteria can kick in so quick. Like you can be feeling good right now, and then 10 minutes later you feel like shit. But yeah, that's something usual. But as far as like living, man, I got a great support system. I thank God that I still got my mother. I got blessed with a good girlfriend, and they really take good care of me. And, but pretty much, but we can go back to that question that you asked me about how it was from like the first years and shit.
yeah.
I separated myself that whole year. I just watched YouTube videos, bro. I didn't do no social media. I watched but YouTube videos and read a shit ton of books because I needed to reinvent myself. I
Oh,
am no longer who I was, so now I'm on a wheelchair. I got a whole new journey. Like life did a 360 on me. So really
yeah.
take time to invent and
Yeah.
see what purpose was and figured all that out and figure who I was out now, who I was, and then, I did it. I did it. I took the time for myself. I battled the wound that I had a stage 4 wound I battled, and I got that done. And just mentally, man, it'll mind fuck you because I remember when I first seen myself in the mirror, I said, oh shit, like, damn, dude, I look like a fucking twig. I had trach in my shit. I look all hairy.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, man. You know, and I kind of felt bad, but then I said, no, you can't feel pity for yourself. Don't feel pity. That's bad. That's where I started shifting my mindset in the hospital. And I ain't gonna front, bro. I was crying, man. And I used to talk to the psychologist a lot because I'm like, bro, how the fuck am I gonna do this out here?
Yeah.
You're sending to this world now with no direction, you know? And but I figured it out. A lot of problems with insurance. That was a big one. You got to get a lawyer for all this shit to get your disability. Because there's no way around it. If you try to do it on your own, they're just going to keep denying you. You're going to keep wasting your time. So you got to get a lawyer. Get that. You even got to get a lawyer to get Social Security
Yeah.
benefits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't waste your time trying to do it on your own. Like I said, you got to get a lawyer for all this shit. And that's how I got that. And I'm blessed and I'm fortunate.
That's a
You know,
smart thought, though, man. A lot of people try to self-advocate, and myself included. And it can take yourself down routes. Like I live in Canada, and yeah, like healthcare is free to an extent, man. My hospital stay and whatever, yeah, like really helpful. But when I'm getting out of the hospital, like it is not free. Like I'm out here paying for my own meds, and I'm not. I need to figure this out. And this whole self-advocating thing is tough. And I'm really like, I have external family like aunts and uncles that I'm really blessed to have, and I could talk to them and like kind of get their opinions and friends and stuff like that. But man, like you go into the lawyer route, you go in that sort of the social just the social worker route, all that stuff is very intelligent. These people are trained to do what you're asking them to fucking do, you know what I mean? So that's amazing, man. You took a 360.
and that there too now. So the good thing about that, so now that you got these lawyers on your side, so now you're building a relationship with these lawyers. So Mike, like if I got shot or even a car accident, for instance, put a car accident, you can still use them for that. and they'll be more, they'll take more pride in it because they already established a relationship with you. You get what I'm saying? So then everything that's going in your life now, it's gonna, at least you'll be smooth sailing on that end. And then now you got to get back to your real world with you and what you face now. Outpatient. Okay, therapy. That was a clusterfuck. Get into therapy. Trying to get medical transportation, bro. They'll leave your ass at home. They will not knock on the door. They will not do shit. You had to be on their ass.
They will leave your ass at home. They will leave you in the middle of the street.
They don't give a shit. They'll leave, they'll leave you at your doctor's office. I was left at my doctor's office from 5 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night. I had to call the taxi cab to come and take me home.
Yeah. And taxis are hell too, man. There's not always accessible taxis out there ready to just whip a cripple. It's not fucking easy.
Yeah. So then that's another battle you face. Then you got to battle these home health agencies, like I did just now. So if I didn't know what I knew, I would fuck today. Because why? They would have sent me home. I would have had no home health. I would have had no nothing. And then to get this shit done outpatient when you're out of the hospital, because the hospital does got all the push and the pull for you. Remember that. So then when you try to do this shit out, bro, you're fighting a losing battle. Because now you got the insurance instead of against you. Oh, but why didn't the hospital do it? Why didn't Then now you got all this shit. And then you got to deal with different personalities of CNAs that don't got no goddamn experience of what the fuck they're doing. These places hire people that don't know nothing, absolutely nothing. They got these little courses in these things, some of these agencies, and they give them a little training course. And, oh, now you're a glorified CNA. No, you're not. You're not. I had people that come and sit down on my couch and be like, oh, yeah, we're here to do this and this. No, bro. No, get out of my house. You come to help me. But once you get all these little knickknacks and you start learning the system, you start seeing it, then that's when you can start making that end in your household smooth. And that's what I did. I had to learn the loopholes. I had to learn the game. I paid a lot of attention. Ask questions. Do not be prideful and think you fucking know it all. Don't go that route. Do not think you know it all, because you
Squeaky
don't.
wheel gets the grease, man. That's how that goes, right? Fuck. That's how the fuck that goes. Speaking of squeaky wheel, man, prior to you being in this situation, you talked about this different life that you lived, and you were really involved with cars, you love cars, and even now you still love cars, but you were involved with a different manner, right? Were you out there drifting and stuff like that? And what was that all about? You love your cars.
Yeah, man. At first I used to drag race only. And then my cousins and stuff, they got me into drifting. And then I had drift cars. I have had drag racing cars. I've had classic cars. Right now, I still got my dad's 69 Firebird in the garage.
Yeah.
I got to restore, but it's going to look good soon. And that thing is going to represent the nonprofit and whatnot that I had. But yeah, man, I just been always a gearhead. I used to truck drive with my father. I was a heavy equipment operator. I used to be a plant manager for recycling, for scrap metal.
Okay.
I love my job.
Yeah.
It was, but I loved it because it was just my element, man. It was my element, bro. You got to see my father implemented all those things and values in me with trucking, with heavy equipment operations, with operating businesses, with just staying sharp, and man, I got to thank it all to that old man, and that's why I am who I am now, and I just keep being the best me every day, and that's all we can do.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. You just even keeping that gear going right here. That's amazing, and you've got yourself this nonprofit organization, which is still in the works. You're still getting all the gears going and everything, but it's really cool. You did. I heard a story that you talked about on the last podcast you're on, about you being in rehab and how you already know about self-advocating and how it's really hard in the rehab system and how money can always be an issue. And you really helped somebody out one time, right? And how did that happen, right? Yeah, I want to know how this is, because to me, that's how your nonprofit started in my head, right?
So I used to go to this one place for therapy. They used to charge $100 an hour for therapy, physical and occupational. And I remember I used to see people come for, evaluations and to see the building and check it out. And then, they would be so pumped because the building was tight as fuck, bro. It was nice. And they would be all motivated, but then I never seen them come back. And I was a guy that would be in that damn place all the time.
You were there all the time, yeah.
Yeah. And I never seen them come back. So I'm a nosy motherfucker. I went and asked the GM of the place. I said, hey man, why don't they never come back? Oh, they don't got the funds and shit like that. And I said, hey man, I want to do something, because I'm fortunate, that I'm liquid. So, I said, hey man, put him on my tab. The next guy that comes, I want to sponsor him, but keep me anonymous. I told her, keep me anonymous. I don't want them to know where this shit's coming from. So that donation that I would give to them, I did 8 people.
By yourself?
Yeah, by myself.
Amazing.
With, I stayed anonymous on all of them, except the last one. And this last one, he was a BMX rider professionally. Badass rider, bro. I really checked him out. Mm-hmm. And the kid was in such a deep depression. All 3 years, he never went out. He never did shit, nothing. So I remember one time he went there, and then I seen him and I sponsored him. And that one little gesture, changed his whole life around. I remember I didn't speak to him. I spoke to his mother, and because the GM told me, you got to talk to this guy. Or
right.
At least
this is a different situation than these others.
Yeah, you got to show your face here. Got to. And then I did it. And then I spoke to the mother, and then the mom was crying. She was like, yo, thank you for changing my son's life, because now he's super motivated on life. Like, it gave him a whole different perspective on life. He was so motivated, man, that I guess he has a friend that just had a baby or something at that time. And I guess she had neurological issues with her spine. And he said, yo, you got to go to this place. This place is the spot. And they're coming from Palm Coast, dude. 4 hours out. I think that's like 3-4 hours out from here.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And they would, and he did that, bro. And they started, and then that chain reaction started happening. But, the mom was like, bro, you saved my kid's life. And, I thank you for everything. And then after that, I remember that day I was driving back home, and I was just tearing up. And I said to myself, I was like, Jess, this is your purpose. This is why you got shot. This is why you're in this wheelchair, because you're a fighter. You're an advocate. You're the guy. You're the guy for this. You're pretty much these people's angel. You know what I mean?
And you're a very spiritual guy to start.
Yeah.
Like, you're already a spiritual guy. Yeah.
So then I said, you know what? I talked to my lawyer, and I said, hey man, I want to start a nonprofit. He was like, bro, that's fucking great. And this and that. And I was like, yo, can you help me? And he's like, you're smart enough to figure it out. And I did. I did all the legal stuff myself. I did the logo with this cool company called Constant Design. The nonprofit's name stands on Paralysis. We help people that can't afford physical therapy and occupational or any type of therapy. And I even go out my way, man, to try to help you get even equipment and type shit,
That's amazing.
I'm just that type of cat. And because I'm for the people. I'm for my people. I'm for my wheelchair community. And I haven't done an event yet, but I'm participating in a lot of drifting events.
So explain this drifting stuff. So when you, I love this. I love this so much, because clearly that's a sick story. You had an amazing story, which ended up going to an amazing story. You really capitalized on your situation. You said, fuck it. You've got a full 360 and you're like, now what? What do I do now? And I can relate to that so much, in the sense that I was like, a drug user back in the day, and whatever. A lot of people have told me, Brandon, if this hadn't happened to you, you might have died, or you might still be a drug user. You might just not, might not be here, right? So when you do these events, it's like, what do you set up drifting events and they all donate, and you get sponsors and stuff? How does that work? Or what do you want to do? What do you want to do with it?
So yeah, what I'm trying to do is, so I'm networking with a couple buddies out here at the tracks. That's why I participate at their events and stuff, to show my face, support them. And then, eventually I plan to do my own drifting event, because the whole thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring like wheelchair companies, anything that pertains to us, and I want to bring it to that event. And then I want to bring stuff from like the car world, the drifting world, into it, and then make it all intertwined. And then I want able body to intertwine with people in our situation in wheelchairs. That way, that look that they give us, and like we're like fucking robots, and all that tension goes away.
Right, the tension.
That it'll be like, now when you see a person that's in a wheelchair, dude, hey bro, how can I help you, man? You need any help? Hey, this and that. That's why I want to. That's like the purpose of the event, and just to have a good ass time and watch cars do drifting, drink beers, do whatever the fuck you want to do, and just have a badass event, and just create funding through all this stuff, so then I can sponsor people and then donate to them, and they get their therapy at least a month or 2 or 3. That's good, and then they can keep continuing.
Get the ball rolling. Maybe they really like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get the ball rolling, then other nonprofits will start looking at you, and then you can start getting grants and stuff through the places you go to for therapy. And then that's the point. I get you ball rolling, and then after that, you do with the rest. But I'm always here for advice. I'm always here for anything you need. So I'll let you go, but you still got me. You know what I mean? I said I'll let you out free, but then you still got me. So
yeah, you can always contact me if you need me. Talk about
yeah, man. You can hit me up for anything, man. Even like if you're going through anything, you can hit me up. You can hit me up for any little thing, bro. If you want somebody to just joke around with bullshit, spit the bullshit. Shit. But yeah, that's the whole purpose of these events. And I plan on making some cool ass merch, all this cool stuff for them. I even plan on making things for them. I got a lot of stuff in the works, in the pipeline, man, that it's going to start flourishing here soon. That I'm really busting my ass on. That and I want people to know this, that this didn't happen overnight. This took a lot of time, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of fuck ups. It takes a lot of energy to do this stuff. It's just not like, oh shit, I just did this, and this it fell in my lap. I had to stay consistent.
And you're a lawyer too, right? Like
I had to bust my ass on this one nonprofit. I got fucked over plenty of times from people, like just to make my webpage, even make my damn logo, even to make my merch. I got fucked over plenty of times. I lost a lot of money, but I learned a lot throughout all that stuff. I didn't look at it as a failure. I looked at it as a stepping stone from learning from that failure. And I've been working on this shit for 3 years, almost 4 years now. And so far so good, and it's happening.
Good, man, good. I'm gonna have to be a part of one of those events. I just got my license. I've been working on it for a long time. Got the hand controls going, right?
Rob Parson, he's from Canada. He's Canadian, and he's a professional drift racer. He's a para.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I gotta send you the shit that he got. He's with the Hoonigans.
Okay, yeah, you definitely send me that. Send me that, because I was gonna ask you if you've ever seen anybody that's drifted with hand controls, right?
Yeah, he's got his own hand controls. A fucking brain. He's a genius. When it comes to cars, CAD, anything you think of, dude, the dude's a genius. He does not let anything hold him back. He's a badass. He's a professor, bro. He dressed better than a motherfucking able-bodied person. Put it like that.
Yeah. He's got it all figured out.
Badass 40 with a fucking LSX twin turbo.
I just bought a G37X, so it moves. It's a nice little whip. Yeah. I'm doing some stuff.
Yeah, I got to show you his info, man. He's a good link for you since you're in Canada. He's a Canada boy too.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that people could actually. I was going to ask you if you've seen anybody that's drifted before with the hand controls. That's something I'd like to go try out. Take my car to the track, man.
And he even does trials on his cars. He'll go to certain tracks and he'll do trials. And he even got programs where he'll he'll build a car for you. Stuff. He's got programs like that. He did one time. I seen him. I think he even shipped his car out, I think, to like some other place. I think he shipped it overseas, this car, for a paraplegic overseas. a young kid, like I think he was like 17, 18.
Try it out.
And he showed him how to use the car. He showed him how to feel it out because the car is still stick shift.
Yeah.
But he does everything through air. He's a genius.
Air?
Through air, bro. And like electric stuff, like, bro, you gotta see it, man. He explains it all. He's a genius, bro. He's a badass engineer, man. His craftsmanship is dope. I really respect it.
For sure.
And like he's one of my big motivations. And then there's a quad though. I gotta send you his information. He's a professional racer as well. And I link up with him too. And he does steering wheels.
These guys are just as quads. These just got like 8 straws. Just like fucking drifting on his side. That'd be outrageous. Awesome.
Yeah, bro. Oh,
I love that.
That stuff.
Fucking right, man. That makes me really happy that people can do that, man.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff out there, bro, for us.
Yeah. Even with gaming and stuff like that, people like there's this guy Rocky No Hands. Rocky No Hands. Yeah, he does it with his mouth, and he's always doing the pushing, and he's amazing. He's taking heads off.
I got him. He's my buddy on Facebook, man. He's a badass, bro.
Fucking badass as hell.
That's just to show everybody in this world, and that's we're gonna watch this. Nothing's impossible, bro.
100%.
It's all in your mind, how you carry yourself, the confidence you build in yourself, and that bro, that's for everything. That's for everything. That's even for dating. That's for everything. Everything, dude.
Get yourself a little service dog too, right? Like I got a little puppy too, so.
Yeah, I got my girl. That's little Susie with the Uzi.
Okay.
She's a South African Mastiff.
Okay, so she can be big.
Yeah, she got trained at Central Florida Canine out here in Florida.
Nice.
Yeah, they're real good, bro. They do all like the police dogs, bomb dogs out here for the sheriffs and stuff. Like the guy really knows his stuff, and even the girl that does my dog's training, she's sharp with my dog, and Susie's sharp.
Awesome, man. So how old is Susie?
Susie is I think she's like a year and like 4 or 5 months, actually.
Okay, so she's gotten pretty adjusted to sort of everything with you, and
she's a good pup. She's awesome, bro.
That's awesome. My dog is not a good pup. He is 13 years old, and he thinks he's 1 year old, and he just doesn't stop, dude. He's a nut.
He's cool. Now we just entered a competition with New Mobility, with like who gets the best picture with your service dog, and I sent like a couple to him. Let's see what we win, man. It's $500. So then you get featured in the magazine if you win. So hopefully I'll win.
So it just has to be you with your dog, and you just enter. It's like a magazine kind of thing.
Yeah, they got you go to New Mobility magazine, and they do it for you. You got all the information and email that you got to send to, and then you'll just got to follow it. I just emailed them last week, and then yeah, bro. Hopefully, me and Susie get it. I believe we are.
I believe you are. She's a gorgeous little dog, man. I had to mention her. I was like, wow, that is a beautiful dog. Like, my dog looks like a rat. My dog looks like the squirrel from fucking Ice Age. But I love him. I love him more than anything. You know, he's been part of my life forever. When he's, like I said, he's 13 years old. So when I got hurt 3 years ago, like, he is 10, and he had 10 years of me being like able-bodied. So I had to nick him a couple times my wheel. He didn't realize it. He started to learn.
Like that, yep.
Right. So it takes time, man.
Yeah, you just got to be consistent with it. Like anything in life, you got to be consistent with them and put time in them. It's not just, I got a fucking dog, and then just throw them in the backyard. No.
Yeah.
You got to put your dogs. And if you really want your dog to be what you want to be, it's just not like, you just take it to training and then you spend $6,000 in training for a service dog training. No, you're not money just to blow it like that. Yeah. So you got to system with the dog no matter what.
Who influenced you growing up? What kind of influences do you have?
Well, first of all, my dad. I gotta say God. Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
Les Brown, David Goggins, and then just people that I meet now. Mm-hmm. And it's beautiful when you have conversations with people, and I can see the mind shift that I give them when they end a conversation with me, and they motivate me to keep going. You know, when I get messages on on my Instagram. I can't answer them all, but I try my best. But just know that the messages and them comments and all that stuff motivates me to keep pushing harder to advocate more for them, and then just to support them even more in any way that I can.
Yeah, I will always. So my inbox is also pretty popping, but like I make it a valiant effort to respond to people that are in wheelchairs. I'm just like make sure I can have a good conversation with these people. You know, I have a lot of people messaging me about gaming and streaming and stuff like that because it's sort of like a mix my channel. But I do make a very valiant effort to message back these people in wheelchairs because I relate to them much more than I can a lot of these sponsors or whoever it may be. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. So you just started figuring this whole thing out recently with the nonprofit. Oh, my bad. You just figured out the nonprofit recently? Well, I mean, you've been battling it with 3 years, but you figured this out. Like, I think your logo's sick. I think everything, you know what I mean? I think everything's good. It looks dope to me, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of time that you got to take. People, whenever you get an idea, write it down. Write it down and then just build off of it, because that's your guidance. That's your blueprint, you know? So, and then eventually, as you start going through time and you start working on these things, you start checking things off, and that's what I've been doing.
What's the most blessed thing that's happened to you recently?
My girlfriend.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, man. So I've been single for fucking 4 years, bro.
Yeah.
Never looked for it, to be honest.
Right.
No, because I was just focused on my rehab. I've been focused on my businesses and nonprofit and just me.
Mm-hmm.
Me. You know, and then it just happened, man. And
where'd you meet?
Here we are a year later, bro, together, and ups and downs, but we're rocking.
Yeah, where'd you guys meet? How'd this all come to be?
She was my CNA.
Perfect. Yeah.
She was my CNA, and it was kind of like a love at first sight type shit in a way, you know, and we just liked our company. We liked our conversations. Our mindsets were right there together, you know, and she's very independent. She's just really attentive. She's got a heart of gold. You know, we're not perfect, but she's dope.
Well, you guys have figured, the thing is her being your CNA, it's like she knows the situation. Like I had an ex-girlfriend that her father was in a wheelchair, and I felt really comfortable because of that, because I didn't have to explain certain things like the bowel, bladder, you know, sexual and stuff like that. She knew that things were gonna be different. Like it's not gonna be it's not gonna be the same. Exactly. It never will be with any relationship, able-bodied or not. It's not gonna be, you know, all hearts and roses, you know, like.
Exactly. No relationship is perfect.
No.
But all those things that happen to you guys, it helps you build, guys. And then I'm gonna be real, bro. It shows you if you really want to be together or not. If you guys are really gonna fight for each other, for one another. You know, it's not she's doing more or I'm doing more. It's we're balanced, we're equal, you know, and you know, that's how you know. You know what I mean? And bro, it's a no-brainer, man, with her.
Good shit. Do you guys want kids or anything? Is that physically able?
Yeah, that's in the plans, but right now we're more focused on, you know, doing our house and doing those type of things, getting married, doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then enjoy each other, enjoy our house, enjoy our life for a little bit, and then after that we bring the kids in, and then we make kings and queens, and we'll make some beasts.
Perfect.
For this life, to keep my legacy going, her legacy going, and just make this last name that Pops and Mom did.
Perfect.
You know, keep going.
Where is your level of injury exactly? Where would you say it stops and
from the half of my nipples down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have arm movement by any means? Like, do you have any?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, a little arm movement. Not bad at all.
I'm contracted, but we're working on that Botox treatment.
Yes.
They up on it a lot, but I got to really work my ass off to get my strength up, because Botox really fucking makes you lose strength on your biceps. But my biceps are so firing all the time that kind of like the Botox, sometimes it doesn't phase it, but We're working on it to get him out there.
You
But
are
one,
much better. Like, yo, your mindset is much better than most that I've seen. I see people just get Botox to try to ease the pain or whatever it may be, and like try to maybe untighten some muscles and stuff like that. But if you don't, like you said, if you don't work for it, it's not going to continue helping you, right? It's
yeah,
just
if you're a paraplegic and a quadriplegic and you fucking think that it's just gonna fall on your lap, it's not. You got to bust your ass. You got to put in the work, and that's in anything in life. You got to put in the work, and you got to stay consistent. And even when you fail, like, or when you end up in the hospital, you lose it quicker,
yeah.
being in this hospital bed. But then that should just make you go even harder next time, man. When you get out, let me fucking bust my ass even more. You know what I mean? And just keep going. Like my buddy Sean that I did with the podcast, man. That kid's a badass. That kid's a badass, bro. That guy right there, man, dude, he motivates fucking me.
Yeah, I
It's
should
like,
give him a message. I should set him up.
oh, yeah, put him on, man. And all my buddies, bro, like iron sharpens iron, bro. That's how we do it, and he's a badass, bro. And like, he recently, look, it's through his, bro, look, and look, I want to say this to everybody that's in a wheelchair. Your confidence. This kid right here, he just got into a relationship. Why? As he puts in the work, he's confident in himself. He figured himself out. So now do this stuff. And then now you can build on these things. Why?
What's his
Because
story like? What's his story?
you know what I mean? He really just brushed on it, but I really don't know. But he's just a badass dude. I'll give that when you guys talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him a message. I'll check out his. I already listened to the podcast between you just to figure out some notes and whatever. And like he seemed like a genuine, smart individual. He was on there with somebody else as well who seemed pretty like knowledgeable.
Yeah. Yep, that's his buddy. And
Okay.
He's a good guy. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. So honestly, it seems like you 5 years given enough time to figure yourself out. I'm glad you've gotten a relationship. I'm glad that you sort of this nonprofit. And I mean, obviously, trials and tribulations when it comes to in and out of the hospital. You had to lose 2 toes. What ended up being with that happening there too?
Oh, so the 2 toes was because I got osteoporosis and it goes quick, man. Once if I get an infection, it'll go straight to the bone, and then you got the possibility to get septic. So I told him, bro, just chop it off because I'm not gonna stay here for a whole month with IV antibiotics, and then that just kills me.
Yeah.
That just hard, So I just said, chop it off and let's rock and roll and keep pushing, man.
Oh, and you're not using them anytime soon. All right.
So let's keep rolling.
There you go. Keep rolling, really. And that's all it is, right? That's fucking hilarious, man. So like growing up, do you have any childhood nicknames? Like, what kind of a kid were you growing up?
Man, I was fucking a hard head.
Yeah.
I think all hard guys, I was a hard head, but I don't regret my past because it built me to this guy who I am now. I don't regret nothing that has happened in my life. To be honest, man, I'm actually happy that I'm in a wheelchair. Because my nightmare turned into my biggest blessing in my life. Because, of all what I'm doing, man. And, it just made me a stronger dude and more open-minded to things and just made me a better individual, man.
Yeah, you seem happy, man. You seem like you're ready for a vacation at any point in time. What's your ideal vacation, man? Looks like you're always ready for vacation. I don't know.
Fuck, man. I want to go to right now, man. Me and her want to go to a cruise.
Okay, perfect.
All right, but I still got to get my passport and shit. That's the goal right now.
Yeah, you know what? That's really funny you say cruise because the last podcast, the couple had met on a cruise. I was with the guy in rehab. He fell off of his roof, putting up lights, the Christmas lights or whatever. And they're great people, and they met on a cruise, and they were telling me all these years being on a cruise, the way they think about it now, with him being in a chair, they always say that cruise would be ideal for somebody in a chair. Ideal.
Yeah, because you got to think about it, okay? I don't know if you seen the fucked up shit that the airlines be doing to our chairs. They just throw them like they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So at least here we can roll in there. We got our own. They got a clinic. God forbid if anything happens to us, they got a clinic that we can get taken care of. In a fucking airplane, you don't got that shit. It's a pain in the ass. So it's a less headache in the cruise than anything. It's more wheelchair friendly than then an airplane.
Dude, so I took a plane to Florida, like, where I took it to where the fuck did I take it? Jacksonville. Took a plane to Jacksonville.
I know where that's at.
And then yeah, I met up with a buddy, but yeah, we drove back because taking the plane there was hell. Like taking the plane was it was by myself, and you know I was the first one on the plane, and I had to get on this like little skinny, tiny, thin thing, and they put me through, and I was trying to hold my fat thighs like through as they were trying to bump through. Like you're like I know, bro. And I'm trying to get in there, and I could finally get in there, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, if this wasn't a short flight and I need to go to the bathroom, man, I would feel really bad asking a flight attendant to like get that chair back out again as I get into it. And like, you know what I mean? That whole process. And then I'm the last one out, you know, it's just, I don't know. It was,
Dude, I had a what is it? Occupational therapist. Her husband had a cerebral palsy. So, you know, they're real tense and shit. So she had to not rent, buy the whole like row to lay him down in there. That way so he can be comfortable and all that shit. Dude, that's expensive, man.
so expensive.
You know what, bro? And then on top of that, she has to bubble wrap his chair and all this shit so they won't fuck it up. And then she writes a whole bunch of sticky notes all around it so they can treat it with care and just not toss it like it's like if that wheelchair doesn't cost $50,000 to $100,000.
And that's one of that's one of your electric ones, right? Like they're expensive.
Dude,
like my chair is 15 grand, and it's just like a regular just push chair.
That's good that we're touching that topic because right now I'm up for my 5-year replacement.
Nice.
And I've been 2 years, going on 3 years fighting with Medicare and Medicaid to get my wheelchair, me a new wheelchair, and I'm due. You know, it's an uphill battle, bro. Because look, I spec'd out the wheelchair. It's a Permobile F5. I spec'd it out through a Permobile. It's exactly how my buddy did it for National Seating Mobility. He spec'd it out, and I did it on their website, 30 grand. So then when they do all the notes and they send it to the insurance company, they inflate it to 150,000. There, when now they see that price because of the greed of Permobile, the company, now they fuck the client, and then now Medicare and Medicaid are going to deny you all the time
because it's so much fucking money that they're inflating that too.
Dude, I remember watching this shit on Netflix, bro. This documentary series about people having to refinance their house, sell all their shit. Well, I had to sell some shit too. Had to sell a couple of my cars just to, and you know, to get my money, funds and shit to pay some of this stuff off. But, bro, people refinancing their house, going broke. Now they got the treatment for their kid. They got what they needed for their kid, and then now they're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're in debt. Now they're going on the street.
That's what makes me not want to have a kid, bro. They're just too expensive right now, and because my life has flipped these past 3 years, I think at one point in time I wanted to be like that baseball dad, yada yada yada. Well, look, I'm not fucking being a baseball dad anytime soon, right? I haven't been on the diamond in 3 years. I haven't been on the diamond in 3 years, right? Like it's been so long. I don't plan on being a baseball dad. I want to be a professional content creator, maybe like a streamer or something like that, and that takes time. That's a dream. And with all this pandemic stuff, I've got nothing but time.
You're already doing it, man. So it's coming out natural. So that's the good thing. You want things to come out natural, bro. You don't want to force things. If it doesn't happen, fuck it. Go another route.
Right.
Figure out a direction. Figure out another purpose. Then figure out another like talent in you. Where can I benefit people? Where can I benefit myself? Where can I be a good help? You know, what can I do? What can I put out to this world to make it a better world and a better me? You know what I mean? And that's the whole point right there, bro. And then just let it happen natural, and that's it. Don't expect anything, and just go in there with no expectations, and it'll happen, man. As long as like you stay consistent and you know stay focused.
Yeah, consistency is key. That's a big thing, yeah. Especially with content creation too. Like, is there anything like, is there somebody at all, like, do you want to work and have like a job when you're older? You just want to do this, you just want to do this nonprofit? Yeah.
I'm an independent person. I plan on doing, I want to do a trucking business again. Cool. Like me and my have a heavy haul trucking company again with flatbeds. I want to do a medical transportation company. Uh, I want to do my own practice. And yeah, man, all independent. And I just want to give to my family, leave them a legacy, leave my kids a legacy, and their kids a legacy, and it keeps going. And I want to leave a legacy for my wheelchair community, something that they can benefit from and fly down, and I'll have all this shit laid out for them. And that's what I want, and that's where I'm heading, and that's what I'm doing, and flourishing little by little. I'd also plan on doing my book, plan on doing an app, plan on
You
doing
want
a lot
to,
of shit.
dude? You have so much fucking shit. This is amazing. What's this book about? Just like your trials and tribulations, or?
Just me, man.
Yeah.
It's all about me and my documentary series too. So just be all paying attention to that. It's all going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's going to happen, and things take time. And that's what people need to know. You know, shit takes time. It's not just going to happen overnight. You got to stay patient and focused and just really know the vision.
Absolutely. You're a super inspirational guy. I'm about to pull up your Instagram right now. Every one of your Instagram posts is you take take time to kind of quote each thing and tag individual things you're wearing.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, I support Nipsey Hussle. I support Saya. I support Rock Deep. These are all Black-owned companies. I really take that to the pride because I was raised in a Black community, and I pretty much bleed Black. I'm Puerto Rican, but I bleed Black. So,
Okay, you're Puerto Rican?
Yeah, so I'm Latin. So, oh shit. Anything, anything that
You see your Instagram right now?
I support anybody. Yeah, I support anybody, but I really take pride in those. And yeah, man, like even like this other dude called Quadix, bro. He's an artist and he's a quadriplegic, man. He did me a badass Nipsey Hussle portrait, and I'm gonna hire him to do another one, and I love it because um, he uses that stuff to pay for his therapy, bro, and I love it.
Cool.
You know, to me that's something big because that's all essential to us, and it
Jeez,
benefits.
thinking about big. Look how big she is, man. You got a big old girl there.
Baby,
Hey.
yeah, man, and
Holy, she's gorgeous.
I make sure that what I write is pure, authentic, and genuine. I take my time. I really put tears behind some of that shit. A lot of the shit, I really put it, because, if God forbid I was to go today, they got all that stuff there.
Yeah, you've got all your quotes and stuff.
Gems and stuff like that, man. And yeah, bro, I give everybody their flowers. Like I got to give my boy Tweet. He's a lowrider legend out in California with the Professionals Car Club.
Mm-hmm.
I look up to that man because, I no longer have my father. So I look up to him like that because he gives a lot of game out. He always shouts me out on his live, and just that respect from an OG, you know what I'm saying, is dope. And then this from the car community, because I love lowriders as well. I didn't say that, but I love lowriders. I'm really into that shit. I love low-lows.
Okay.
And and I want to give DJ Vegas another shout out. He's another gentleman that's from LA, another OG that I always get on his lives. I get on these guys' lives, and I can even sometimes I get in their DMs and just give them their flowers, bro. Because a lot of gems out on their lives when I get it, and I like that because I want to say this, man. Being a man is not easy, and especially when you don't have no direction from your pops. I mean, he gave me all the tools that I need, but sometimes you need that cool direction from somebody that can do that. You know what I mean? That's got
100%.
that. And yeah, they do that for me, man. And I really thank God for the people that I met through Instagram and just that platform.
I think that Instagram is an amazing platform. This is where I've met all of these people to come on my podcast. I do simply just type in #wheelchair. And when I'm searching through, I sort of look for people that catch my eye, right? I see tons and tons of other people that I'm like, oh, that'd be nice to have them on. But, I think it's not really anything that I think pop, because in my eyes, it doesn't matter who I get on here. Everybody in a wheelchair or anybody with any sort of disabilities is going to have some sort of wild story. It does not matter. You will always have a wild story. And I want to talk about it. And I want to spread the word that we can live perfectly normal lives like you were saying earlier. You're just like, yeah, I want to show people, like, get them together at my events and just show them, we're not these like fucking robots. We're just normal, bro. Like I'm just sitting. I'm just lazy, bro. Like
Dude, all I just replaced my fucking legs with just wheels, dude.
just
And electric.
lazy.
That's it. My mind is not paralyzed. And
Thank
dude,
God, man.
you
Thank
can get anything.
God.
Yeah, yeah. You can do anything, bro. Even if you're in a wheelchair, man. As long as you have, that belief in you and that confidence in you and just that consistency, man. I'm not gonna stop saying that shit.
Absolutely. No, you do preach the gospel. You preach good stuff, bro. And I love that a lot.
I don't sugarcoat it. I tell it how it is, and I speak my mind. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, but I just try to be real as fuck. And I think that's the best way. I don't try to, because I don't want to sugarcoat it, because I don't want to make you feel, oh, because you start moping. Don't mope. Fuck that shit. Pick your head up, bro, and just keep moving.
I think we're gonna kick it off at the end here. We like to do a little "Would you rather" segment, and we try to do something a little bit funny. So, one question I'm gonna ask you is: would you rather have a Texas accent and live in New York, or a New York accent and live in Texas? Would you rather?
Shit, man. I gotta say, I'd rather have a fucking country accent than a New York accent.
All right,
My fault, workers. My fault, man. But that's just dog. I'm from West Orlando, man, and we got a whole different lingo and shit out here.
Right. Give me
York,
your best country accent right now. Give me your best country accent.
Hi there, partner. Hey there, boy. Go down.
Go down, yeehaw, boy. I love it, buddy. Love it, man. Where can my followers contact you? I loved having you on here. I will absolutely, and I can't wait to have you on again.
Yeah, man. No, most definitely. You can reach me at JFIG _THA _GIFT. That's my Instagram. Facebook is Jesse G Figueroa. And then my LinkedIn is Jesse Figueroa. And then you'll find all that stuff, man. And just hit my DMs, man. Like I said, I try my best to communicate with everybody. But I got a lot of junk mail as well through between all that shit. So I don't know if you're real or not. Just make sure that you tell me, hey, I'm a real individual. Yeah, I'm real, But yeah, man, I try my best to communicate with everybody and, just I put the best out for everybody so they can bring the best out.
Positive person. I really enjoyed this a lot.
I did too, my man. Thank you for the opportunity, bro.
Cheers, bro. Have a great time, and I will be. I'll
Likewise,
message you.
bro.
I'll message you.
Yeah, man. Message me and we'll stay in contact, man.
Yeah.
Glad we got this relationship to start up, bro. It's cool.
Fucking right, man. Fucking right.
My
Cheers,
Canadian buddy.
Yes, sir.
Hi, homie.
Cheers.
Blessings.